Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Thanks very much for watching. Okie doke. Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it is May 18th of 2022. I'm still waiting for the refund for the what did I return? Oh, yeah, the cell phone. I took it to the place that was an option on the 10th. Today's the 18th. I checked today, I logged into someplace and checked, and they're indicating that, of course, they indicated right away that the money was going to my account. But, they're saying at this point, 7 days, I should expect it. So I should have used some other, and like I have in the past when I've returned something, this is the first time I used the Lowe's location to take the item. And I should have printed out a label and sent it from here, or I should have had UPS or FedEx, whoever it is, it usually shows up with a label already printed to put on my, because I've got those, I think, in a day or two before, the refund, definitely before, Amazon got the product. See what else is going on. It looks like Movidia Video Suite is working for me. I just need to learn more how to use it. I uploaded a video, I don't know, 12 hours ago, something, and it turned out that it was just part of, like it was 2 parts or something. Well, part 1 showed up and it didn't contain much information, so I went ahead and deleted it. I had this desk all cleared off. By the way, I got a chair. My oldest daughter brought me one that she had. Not my oldest daughter, my second oldest daughter. In fact, the last chair, the office chair I had, that's one that she brought over. And then she brought this one over. But I had to sit on a folding chair for a day or two, and that hurt my butt. Anyway, this one is better than that folding chair, but I am going to have to purchase an office chair, or whatever you want to call it. And I guess I'll do that when I get my refund, because this time also I indicated to, which I've done a few times in the past, return the item and then have Amazon put my refund into my Amazon account. So the money is, there to be available. And so I'm going to wait for that, and then I'm going to get a office chair. I'm just going to, let me do a real quick, I don't think I've picked any, and I'm just going to order a very inexpensive one. And I've talked about this before, I'm not going to get this one, but see if the others show up. Okay, ones like this are showing up here, so I need to do a search for office chair. Okay. Yeah, if you have any recommendations, well, of course, a whole bunch of you will have in the past, because I've had constant trouble with chairs. And I weigh right now 240, but I've been up to 250 before. But I don't, like with chairs, office chairs, whatever, I don't do any of the, like the leaning back, or I don't do anything to put any stress or strain or anything else on it. So I don't, I just think that they're just made. Anyway, looks like all of these are rated, 4.5. I don't think that means, means anything. Here's one that's $264. It looks terrible to me. It's got 5 stars, but it's only been rated by one person. And these other two are, so I'm just going to get one for about $100. And if you have a recommendation, here's one for $98. Here's one for $107. Looks like they're all rated, 4.5 stars. Now here's 53 reviews, and it's got, 5 stars. But I'm not sure about this mesh back. Also, I do not need a adjustable back rest, and I don't need something to my head to lay on. Plus, too, it's almost $300. I really think simple is the way to go. Now this one here is $60. If I knew that it was comfortable and it would last for a year, I would just decide, I will buy a new chair once a year. Yeah, here's one is $84. I just don't know. I think you would think that I would be an expert on buying chairs. I think what you could just do is whatever chair I said, hey, buy something else, because I have not had good luck in picking chairs. But I do know I do not want the cervical, thing, and I don't want the thing down at the bottom of, right above my ass. I do want arms on it, but I've had some problems in the past. I forget what the problem was with the arms. Oh, I don't remember what it was, yeah. I think it was the one I just had or the one before that. And that was aggravating because I put my arm on the thing and the thing would move. There was no way to lock it. So I'd put my arm on it and then it would move, And I wanted to stay in one place. I'm not sure. I don't remember if I've had a chair that didn't have arms on it. So anyway, that's what By the way, I think I made a video the other day, not the one that just before this one, but one a few days ago, I guess, and I know what it was, yeah. Anyway, that's another one where two-part, and the second part didn't get, didn't end up because I'm just trying to get used to Movidia, the editor, because it's Movidia, doing the recordings. And then there's also the editor, which I haven't hardly used. Looks nice, actually. But I haven't messed with it hardly at all. Even though I have paid at least 3 times, I think more than that, for upgrades to Movidia. And I just repurchased it, Suite 22, and I guarantee you that there will be a thing very quickly, an upgrade to, I guess, version Suite 23 or something like that. But they do keep improving it. But so anyway, I'm going to get a. Well, here's this one. Amazon Basic Classic Pure Soft Padded Mid-Back Office. Bestseller. I'm going to add this to the list, and I may just go and purchase this one. Let's see, view your list. Okay. I have 2 cell phones. I really do not, need enough. I put this on the list, I think, today. Yeah, I did. Samsung Galaxy Note 10. Fully unlocked, renewed, however. I'm going to take it off. I just never purchase anything renewed or, fixed or something, whatever they call it. Let's see. I added this today also, Samsung Galaxy Tab A8 Android tablet, 10.5-inch screen. I don't, the Samsung Galaxy Tab A7. And I'm not going to do, I have a Moto G stylus now. But I would like to have the 6-point something or other screen, which I don't have. I also own a Pixel 3a, and it's small. Well, you can't tell how small it is, I don't think, but there again, I would like to have like over 6 inches or something. By the way, I have small hands, but I do like big, sturdy, cell phones. That's why that one I'd returned, I liked it. It was a manly, rugged. Well, I've been using the cooker, Smart Tab or whatever that one is. Been making corn on the cob, baked potatoes, and hard-boiled eggs. and I got the basic ones when I have. But this one here is like the step up or whatever. It's $160. I would like to. I'll probably be getting that before long. It's you know, a little bit bigger, and it has a whole bunch of other functions. So this triple antibiotic is for my bike rash. Although I'm not riding, I don't have a bike anymore. But back when I was thinking that I was going to ride 150 miles in the MS 150. There was a second, first they had the MS 150, the first one, and I saw that on the news, and I thought, I'm going to do that. So when the time to rolled around, I went out and started riding my bike. I think I was riding like 10 miles, you know, to get ready for the 150, for 150 miles. But my nose was running all the time. Eyes, you know, watering, all this kind of stuff, and I thought I got a cold, and finally I just, you know, said to hell with this, you know, I've got a bad cold. So the next year, same thing. I went out to ride, get ready for the 150. And the same thing happened, and so I went to the doctor. You know, my nose was running all the time, my eyes were watering and everything. And then the doctor said, and I explained everything, you know. He said, do you get this time of the year? And I said, well, you know, last year I did, and then this year I did, and everything. He said, anyway, he said, you know, you have hay fever. So, and of course I was in Missouri, and that's where I was allergic to all sort of ragweed and what have you. Oh, but anyway, I also acquired a rash on my thighs, on the inside of my thighs. I think you get the point. Oh, and that's the reason I also went to the doctor at the same time. And he didn't have to write a prescription or whatever. He told me what to get at the pharmacy to use. So a few times since then, and that's been a long time ago, I've had that rash come back. And then it didn't come back for a long time. And then I think last year, or maybe it was actually this year, it hit with a vengeance. So I looked up on the internet, and I ordered in something that I could order from Amazon. Should be two of, anyway. And so I got two different kinds, probably the same ingredient. And I put one on one side, and I put the other one on the other side, just to see if there was, and it, I think I did it the next day also. You know, I put it on and then took it off, took a shower, and put it back on the next day. You know, same thing, and it's gone. You know, it's gone away. So I've got a lot of that. Well, I guess this one has 25 count, but so I've got a bunch of it. But it really got to hurt because I really wasn't. You know, I was just showering, and it didn't do it. It needed that antibiotic, I think, because I'd gone too long. Oh, this bulb, I haven't purchased one, but it's a, I think I mentioned in a video that we've had some gnats, but they're like super ants. They're larger, and had a whole bunch of them in my room. Going to the light, because I had the light behind me that is above my head. I put sort of the ones that have like a candle type of filament in it, and put out sort of a yellow light. And those gnats, they came like it was an invasion. I mean, of them, and they headed for that light. They loved that light. So I looked again on the internet. Well, I killed them. They were easy to kill because like a regular gnat, you'd have trouble, but these were kind of slow and just landing on the light shade and the wall around it or whatever. So I think for a cell phone I should get the Amazon that's not Amazon. What is it? I think it's on the list. I think I put it on the. Hang on. No. In fact, I want to take this Moto G off because I have purchased a couple Moto Gs. Okay, I forgot to add it. Anyway, it's, what is it? 3A, but anyway, it's the one that's like over 6 inches or something. So anyway, back to, okay, yeah. This light bulb here, I looked on the, I've had for years, forever. I was one of the first people probably to invest in, the low power LED lights and what have you. And then as we moved on, kept, but I went to see what I could do about those super gnats. And the thing on, dealing with them, they said that the pressure sodium light bulbs, that kills them. I mean, they go to it. I'm not sure if they land on it and it kills them. I can't remember now, but what it, so I'm going to get one of those. I'm not sure what the deal is. Remember a while back, Congress or whatever made and the Republicans, the right wing and the Republicans or whatever, just went crazy because it was like you won't be able to buy any light bulbs that are not LED or whatever the next step up, is. And I mean, it was like, it's a communist conspiracy. They're not going to stop me from buying the light bulbs that I want, and just went, they're always looking for something. They just went crazy on the subject. Meanwhile, of course, that's all I had was, those type of, but actually I think they finally gave up on the, and I sort of thought they would because I blogged about that, that the Republicans were saying it was right wing, maybe not all the Republicans, it was the fringe, the people on the right were saying, oh, and I forget what they were carrying on about, I mean, the craziness. And of course I was blogging about it, all the businesses use those are in their signs, hospitals use, on and on, but, and so they sort of dropped it. I guess they finally realized that it wasn't, getting any traction. But I thought that you were not able to buy ones that had, so anyway, because it's like 70 watts. Anyway, we'll find out. I've always liked these banker desk lamps, ones with the green shade. Is it Banker or is it Libraries? I can't remember. But I think, it's on my list to get someday. everything on here I'm not going to buy. I put stuff on there just to remember. Some of it I put on there. Some I do put on to buy eventually. But I do think I will pick up I like them. I have one ViewSonic monitor here. And I like it. Now this one here is only 27 inch, but it's 165 kilohertz. I don't need that, but be kind of, I've got, I can't begin, I put something on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 or 6 monitors right over there on the floor. And one of them is the ViewSonic. One thing I don't like about it is on the back, and on this one too, I think, you don't plug the things like, straight in. There's like a shelf or a ceiling like underneath it, and you've got to plug it in, and I never can find the. So I have to like lay that one. In fact, what I do, it's over there on the floor now, the ViewSonic, and I keep the cables just plugged in to it, so I don't have to. But otherwise, I lay it on the bed and then find the. So, okay, here's the Google phone. I'll move this to the top of the list here. Okay. Now I'll go to the top, home. There it is. Okay, it's a Pixel 3 XL. Has 128 gigabytes of memory, unlocked, and it's $319. And I see it's. Oh no, that's when it was added. Yeah, April 25th. But let me click on this. Now, of course, since it's a Google Pixel 3 XL, I have a 3A, Pixel 3A. But the okay, they don't give. Come on, how big is it? Anyway. Anyway. It's, taller. It's above 6, something. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Free delivery. I'm so spoiled. I think a lot of us are. That when I do order this, I'm not sure when that will be, because I've got 2 cell phones and I really don't like talking on a telephone, period. And I really don't use a cell phone that much for for anything really. I pay for a couple weather apps, and I have a app for entering diabetes, information, my readings and that type of stuff. Not that I stick myself every day or every week or every month. But anyway, I pay for that. But anyway, let's check real quick and see what's going on in the world. Sounds like Ukraine is doing pretty damn good in this battle. Sort of sounds like that Russia has sort of stopped and is just kind of holding on, trying to hold on to what the area that they have for right now. And Finland and Norway are going to join NATO. And the only problem, I think, is it Turkey that's a member? Is it Turkey that's a member? And they are sort of trying to throw a monkey wrench into it. And Turkey is doesn't like the Kurds, and poor Kurds. And then and well, I don't know that I'm not. If Turkey is trying to throw a monkey wrench into this thing of Finland and Norway joining NATO, objecting to it, I'd sort of like, but I mean, you need to, you can't be like Trump. You have to have smart people around you, competent people, and you have to know the issues, and you also have to be able to have people around you. They don't necessarily have to, be of the same party. They don't have to be of, they shouldn't be yes people. They ought to be somebody you could ask and get, have them all sitting there, what about doing such and such, or this or that, or what are our options and all that type of stuff. Trump was definitely not that kind of a person, and that kind of a person should never, shouldn't be holding any office. He shouldn't be the manager of McDonald's, but anyway. I don't know, maybe we just should secretly, of course I don't think you can keep any secrets, maybe we should just secretly let Turkey know that, well, if it's a choice between you and Finland, Norway, and Sweden, we'll just have to say goodbye to you, and, but I mean, you can't do that kind of stuff. You have to, then if you did that, what nation would attack, oh, okay, we'll attack Turkey, since Turkey is no longer part of, you have to think of everything. But just, absolutely no reason for Russia to cause all the pain and suffering that they're causing, for what? And what Russia wanted to do was, take over Ukraine, and then they could move on to other nations that are around them that they used to have when they were the USSR, Poland and all of the rest of them. So, totally unnecessary and so much tragedy for people, Okay, the House passes a bill to prevent domestic terrorism in the wake of the Buffalo mass shooting. Okay, let me get this right. The House, I guess they did it with probably no Republican votes. I wonder what the vote was. Because actually the Republican Party is a terrorist group. Okay, what was the vote? The House of Representatives voted 222 to 203 on Wednesday to pass a bill aimed at preventing domestic terrorism and combating the threat of violent extremism by white supremacists. The vote comes in the wake of a horrific mass shooting over the weekend at a supermarket in a predominantly black neighborhood in Buffalo, New York, that killed 10 people and wounded 3 others. The Justice Department is investigating the shooting, etc., etc. The bill passed, the Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act of 2022, will next go to the Senate for consideration, where its fate, of course, is uncertain. So they don't say how many people. Apparently, it's all the Democrats voted for it, and in the House, and very few Republicans voted for it. And in the Senate, it's 50-50 basically. And so I guarantee it's not going to, it won't pass in the Senate. Okay, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer told reporters Wednesday that he plans to take procedural steps to force a vote on the bill next week, something that would require 60 votes. Yeah, the Republicans are not going to vote for it, so it's not going to get 60 votes. Come on, the important thing is how many... Well, anyway. Fox host says he doesn't know what replacement theory is. Clips show otherwise. House passes a $28 million emergency funding to address the baby formula shortage. Voyager 1 is sending back data from interstellar space that's mystifying NASA. A Florida school district promises a swift investigation after 6 middle schooler students are seen spelling out a racial slur in a photo. Middle school. I mean, I don't think we need the FBI, the CIA, or militia or something or other, just take care of kids that are, take care of kids that are stupid and take care of kids that are, trying to be funny or whatever the situation is. Suspend them a few days, talk to their parents. Of course, if you're going to suspend them, you talk to their parents first, and but still, let's not. You see too the photos coming from school resource officers, police officers that are assigned to the schools or whatever, and the police officers are handcuffing 7-year-old girls and other things like that. The police should be there, school resource officers should be there, not to be disciplining, grade school kids and stuff like that. They ought to be there for, preventing, crime and or evil. I mean, that. Because what was it? I think in Florida there were several cases down there. One, I think they used a taser or something on a small child. I mean, it's just. I saw a video a while back. They were talking about someplace, and they said, the school resource officer, he just does such a wonderful job, and everybody there loves him, and that kind of stuff. And they showed him in the video that they showed of him. The kids right in the hallway going to the next class or whatever. And then he yells at him and, out at the kids, get to the classroom, get to your classroom, it's whatever. He shouldn't be doing that. I don't think. That should be for the teachers or, the principal or the assistant principal, I don't think he should be doing that. I think he ought to be, whatever, standing at the only door that's, open, or patrolling out in the parking lot to see if somebody's parked a car out there with, just should be doing that stuff. Anyway, why did I get on this subject? Why don't you guys stop me? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. F10, I think, will stop this. Where are you, F10? Here we go.